Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm gonna bring some light onto a topic that really resonates and makes me feel like my authentic self. Even just speaking about it brings light to my authentic self and makes me feel like I'm going to be safe in my body. So for a long time, I would find myself in a state of feeling unsafe in my body due to circumstances around me and feeling like I constantly need to change the way I am being for somebody else, and I have to be constantly getting validation from exterior environment people. And this state of living really was hindering the way I want to live my life for so long. So every time I would be in a place where I would have a conversation with somebody, I would be trying to match their energy. And for so long, me trying to match somebody else's energy in order for me to feel like they approve of my life really made me feel actually like split energy. And then not only the split energies, but simultaneously I would be in a place where I was manipulating the other person. So then there would be a manipulation there. And what that would also do was that would make me feel a sense of this unsafety within my body, that I feel like I need to change something around me isn't right, something feels off. And it hindered me for so long to be in a place where I can see success in my life, because I was constantly trying to match my energy to other people so they can approve of me, like constantly feeling like am I doing something good now? Can you like give me validation? Can you say something that's going to make me feel like I'm confident in my body and in myself? And let me tell you, this only hindered me for so long. When I finally realized like I'm literally done acting in this way, I am completely sick and tired of making myself sick and for other people in order to match their energy so they will approve of me. And this energy also, there was a word for it. I forget off the top of my head what I was just about to say, which word it was. But yeah, it was just manipulation. Like I was constantly trying to manipulate the other person. And this was also attracting energetically manipulation type of people into my life, and people that were trying to manipulate me because I was actually energetically manipulating the other person, because I was trying to get their approval and trying to actually energetically be in their frame for so long. And it was so, it was like the hard truth. One day I forget, I don't even remember where I was or how it played out, but I was like, one day I just realized that, oh my god, I am literally trying to manipulate other people. And this may sound like harsh on myself, because I'm like saying all these things about myself that I am just becoming so aware of, but just, it's so important to get the awareness and let the subconscious surface to the forefront of your consciousness. So then you are able to actually be able to up level to your higher self. Because if you allow the subconscious to just stay down, there is no room for the subconscious to forefront, and then there's no room for growth because you're constantly just suppressing all these emotions. But as soon as you allow the subconscious to come up, then you will actually see a beautiful rising of your new subconscious self. And I really, really think that 50% of your problem is already solved as soon as you allow your subconscious old programming, negative self-talk, or hindering belief systems to come up. That's when you can actually progress and level up to your next highest self. And also, another incredible awareness and just awakening that I've gotten over the past little bit, I would say, is that being in a place where I can be so authentic and vulnerable with myself has been allowing me to be so free and so present in the moment. And another interesting concept is I have been working my energy, for example, and let's say I'm here and this is exteroception. So let's say, no, sorry, scratch that. I'm in a state where I'm in interoception, and let's say if I'm being really caught up in my head and I have all these like negative self-talk and belief systems in my head, and I'm trying to transcend my energy to a higher dimension, but I'm so in my little mind and little mindset when there's literally billions and billions of things going on in the world right now. Billions, like unimaginable to infinity right now, okay? There's the ocean that's going right now. There are waves crashing. There's trees growing. There are babies being born. There are people dying. There's just a cycle. That's the cycle of life. There is just to transcend your energy and just get this broadened awareness of how many things right now in the world that are going on. There are millions and billions and to infinity of this whole entire universe, what's going on, and not only in the physical realm but in the spiritual realm too. So there's just a whole sense of just so many things going on, and oftentimes I would find myself in this interoception and being so like stuck in my little mind right here, right? And for so long I was so like limiting myself, and I was constantly just trying to match my energy to everybody around me and the closest people around me, and I was trying to just see how they are living their life and thinking I need to live my life like these people because this is the way the world is. This is my little view on the world, and I guess I'm just gonna copy them and live my life that way. And that didn't feel right to me because that made me feel so small, so stifled, so like constricted in my body. There was no open feeling. There was like no openness, no flow, no in and out flow energy. It was so constricted for so long, and I was having such a hard time to get myself out of this constricted energy. But as soon as I started realizing that like this is my little life, that to say it simply, I don't necessarily want to live in a small, I can be attracting more abundance in my life, and more abundance, and a flow state, in and out flow state. But this non-allowing and this constricted energy of energetically being stifled wasn't getting me anywhere. So I decided that energetically I have to bring down stifled energy, bring it up, for example, so all that subconscious programming, bring it up to allow me to transcend to my higher self, and also energetically literally cut ties with things that are hindering my success, okay? And this literally means energetically thinking, what if I was born onto this earth, me, myself, onto this earth? How would I move on this earth? how would I act? How would I be? Where would I go? What were the people that I would be interacting with? What would I be eating? Where would I be sharing my energy, instead of living in a state of constricted, small energy? This mindset has completely expanded my horizon, and being able to be like, hey, I wouldn't be just going to those places. I wouldn't be even thinking this way. I would completely be thinking another way. The way I would be giving myself over in places would be completely different. I would have a different aura. I would actually be authentic to myself and start leveling up my energy, and my energy wouldn't be so stifled and so limited and constricted. And as soon as I decided I'm going to literally cut energetic ties with those stifling feelings, because for so long I was thinking that that is my way I have to live, and that is my way that I have to live my life. But there was nothing there. It was completely a black hole. So I completely decided, and I'm completely in every moment deciding to change the way I am energetically giving myself over in environments, and how I am even talking to myself, in order to transcend my energy to the next level. So this is just something that's pretty philosophical, pretty esoteric, pretty deep, honestly, and there is so much to it. But if there's a little bit, that's something I'm sure you guys can understand it. And even if there's something that you can take out of this, let's say if you're just watching this and you're feeling very constricted and small energy and all of that, feeling like you want to transcend your energy and you want to be something more, but there's a constricted energy around you, you have to start thinking in a way that, what if it was just me on this earth and I wasn't attached to all these societal constructs, and I wasn't being so limited, and I'm not living in a way that society is trying to feed me, or people around me closest are trying to feed me. I'm gonna try to feed my own energy, let go of all of that, and feed myself energy of my own and my own way. And just even another thing to take out of this is to remember that there are so many things going on in this world. There are billions to infinity of amount of things going on in this earth right now. And this may seem like, I'm just ignoring my problems, but in reality, it makes your problems like one dot, and then it makes you open up your mind and open up your horizons to the next dimension, when you can begin to start thinking in this open state of energy. It's really, really, truly freeing to another level. So yeah, this is just incredible things I'm speaking about from my authentic self. I did not plan anything to speak, because I was thinking before I started, I was thinking, what should I speak about? But that was kind of splitting my energy, to be perfectly transparent about this. When I opened up the camera to start speaking, I was thinking, what should I speak about? And then I decided, let me just let myself flow and be my authentic self, give over my authentic self, so then whoever is watching this, you can actually start matching yourself to your authentic self instead of splitting your energy, because that's truly the key to living a life where you can transcend to your higher self. And then once you can transcend to your highest self, then you're living in this universe. Then you're not just this little dot, then you're actually in an energetic flow state of the cycle of life, and there's a lot that comes this way and goes, and there's just way more holistic in a feeling of purpose and joy, and really joy, because for so long I was in such a state of constricted energy, and that energy just makes me so unjoyful. And let me tell you, I'm human, so those feelings come up, and I'm not gonna lie, they come up every single day when I have these imposter syndromes and I think that I can't get what I want out of life, and I can't be my person, and I can't talk about things that I want to talk about, and people will just, everyone else out there is so inspiring and I'm not inspiring. And one day I decided I want to be inspiring to myself versus constantly getting inspired by other people, because constantly getting inspired by other people, there's so much beauty to that, but one day you have to decide right now, I want to be inspiring to myself, okay? And for so long, this is even a little small example, when I would be scrolling on Instagram and I would be seeing all these cool, cute, like girls, they would be posting like nice videos of them going on jogs. And one day I decided, hey, let me just film myself and start posting me going on jogs. And it all just started with like the little things. And at first I was so scared to film myself in public, and I was alone, and I was thinking everyone's probably watching me and thinking like, she's so weird, why is she filming herself? And then like, first I did it for a few seconds, and the next time I did it for a few more seconds, and then the next time I did it for even 20 seconds or even longer. And then yesterday, this transcended to yesterday, where I actually took my camera out and I started filming myself for the first time surfing alone, and just talking to the camera and being out and not being afraid what other people were thinking, because really I actually wasn't even thinking anybody is judging me. On the contrary, I was just thinking like, this universe is so big and beautiful, and I'm sure just people are just living and flowing. No one is really so caught up in my energy, because I wasn't really trying to be caught up in their energy, and I wasn't trying to manipulate them, so they weren't trying to manipulate me. So it's a given, it's a push and pull, and it's like the same, like it's all what you give out, like it really, like it draws right back out. So there was just so much beauty to that. And let me tell you, I've been surfing since I was 16. Well, no, since I was 16 I started skateboarding, but 18 around I started surfing. And a lot of my surfing experience, I just go out to surf alone, because I oftentimes will just meet friends on the water, or I just really like the experience of connecting with nature and God and myself, to be perfectly honest. I love going surfing alone. There's a beauty to it that makes me like transcend. And a lot of times I'm sure people might think like, oh, like why are you going so often so alone? But I find a lot of peace when I spend alone time with myself. And so yeah, for so long I think I've probably been surfing over so many times. I can't put a number on it, because there was a point where I was going, at least when I was learning how to surf, I was going like every single day. Then came a point where I was going once a week. Now it's a little less. Now it's like once every 3 weeks. But I want to start getting back into at least once a week, like making it a ritual, because it really transcends my energy. But ever since I moved, I live further from the beach, so it's like a whole day if I'm going to the beach, which is so beautiful, but I have to plan it like accordingly. So yeah, I really want to get into going at least once a week now. But there's a beauty to just realizing that, like, for example, yesterday was the first day I decided like, I'm literally just gonna film my surf experience and talk to the camera and be out. And like, that's where I found that I can finally see my shadow. Like, I've been hiding from my own self for so long. It just was like such a painful reality, but there was so much beauty to it that like, after my surf session, I was able to watch back the way I put my surfboard in my car, the way I was talking, the way I was getting dressed, like, and it's a whole experience to surfing. And I just can't believe I've never filmed it before. Like, and I love being present in the moment, but I know there was a shadow of me that I was hiding, and I knew I always wanted to. And I always would watch people, let's say on Instagram, and they were posting about their surf experience, and I always kind of looked at it and I was like, wow, they're kind of cool how they can just go out there and film themselves and surf, and then have the footage after of them surfing. Like, that's cool. And So yeah, yesterday was like a really big day for me, I would say, energetically, to transcend and really realize that I'm just so little on this universe and there's a whole universe out there, and we can really transcend our energy and give off more authentic energy so we can attract more authentic energy versus giving off manipulation energy to attract manipulation energy, because that really creates the split energy, and we don't want split energy, to be perfectly honest. You want to feel whole within yourself, so there's less fragmented pieces in your body and in your mind. And the less fragmented energy you have, the more like peace you can feel within your energetic field and your body, and the less trying to change yourself, because then you're not going to be busy feeling the need to change yourself so often. You will just be able to pause and look within. And if you do, at least for me, for so long, I finally come to terms with the fact that if I will see myself cycling, I will into a negative state of a cycle, I will in the moment choose to stop the cycle. And what I will do is I will physically take a seat and pause. And what that does is makes me understand that I don't have to cycle into the addiction of the negative self-talk and the small-minded energy. And I have to really be able to bring back my energy and remember that there's a God, that there's a universe, that there's so much more things going on in this world, and I have to broaden my energy to a beautiful field that will make me feel much safer in my body. And then when you actually feel safe in your body, especially as a woman and being female, like, being safe in your body is the ultimate feeling, because there isn't a feeling that you're trying to change your body. And for so long, I was caught in the masculine state energy, and oftentimes I find it just day to day. I will find myself in channeling to a masculine energy because I'm feeling unsafe. And what that does is it makes me feel actually physically sick. Like, it literally makes me feel sick. And as soon as I got this awareness that I have to literally pause, take a moment, breathe, and say, okay, I need to become more safe in my body. I don't need to change anything in this moment. There's nothing that I need to change. And as soon as I realized this whole awareness that I can pause, feel safe in my body, I don't need to change something. My body looks good, I feel good. Why am I so trying to grasp, okay? And as soon as I realized this energy, there's this beautiful, receptive, feminine energy that comes with this pause. So, yeah. So these are just interesting concepts about becoming authentic to yourself so you can attract authenticity and let go of the split energy and be able to feel more whole, more safe, secure in your body. All right, that's the story I had to share with you all today, and feel free to comment below, share how you feel with this esoteric talk I just spoke about, and if you even understand any of it, or if I'm just rambling about personal things, whatever it is, just let me know, because this definitely resonates with me. I'm curious if it resonates with anybody else, but I definitely feel that attracting wholeness, if you are trying to attract wholeness in your life, you have to just be whole within yourself and be authentic with yourself so you can attract that energy back into you. And one last thing, you don't necessarily have to try to attract that energy back to you. As soon as you become whole and energetically whole within yourself and authentic with yourself, that energy magnetizes towards you. So you don't even have to strive for it. It comes to you. So yeah, that's just, I had to say that. All right, thanks for watching. Love y'all. Bye.